Porn reboot accountability. Who is the perfect partner and who is not? I'm Dr. Trish Lee. Let's talk about this important concept of accountability in a porn reboot or a new nofap lifestyle, and who would be the perfect accountability partner and who is not. So that's what we're going to break down. Number one, what is accountability? Number two, who needs accountability? Number three, who's the perfect accountability partner and who is not? Okay, number one, what is accountability? Accountability can be incredibly powerful in a pornography recovery plan or in a reboot. Reason being is if your brain has been hijacked by pornography, likely you don't have control over it. So back to my hijacker analogy, we haven't talked about this in a little while, but if the hijacker has booted you out of the driver's seat and now you're over in the passenger's seat and the habit is driving you, you don't have your hands on the wheel. So if you don't have your hands on the wheel and the hijacker does, you need someone to help you get your butt back in the driver's seat so that now you have your hands on the wheel. And likely you want that person to stay in the back seat to make sure you keep your hands on the wheel and don't jump over in the passenger seat and let the hijacker take you on an off ramp. So let's bring that back to what I'm talking about. Accountability is someone who makes sure that you do not consume pornography. How do they do that? They can do it in multiple ways. They can do it with a filter, which is a very powerful way. In some pornography reboots, there's actually lie detector tests that people take so that you prove that you haven't consumed any pornography in the last year. That is definable. So possibly if you're there, especially if pornography addiction has escalated into other sexual addiction behaviors, a polygraph might be a way to be very accountable. But we can talk about that later so that I don't completely freak you out. We'll bring it back to a porn blocker or a filter. So somebody else needs to get the report to make sure that you have stayed away from porn. So that's what accountability is. Number two, who needs accountability? I would argue just about everybody who's trying to recover from porn, because we know that it is a super normal stimulus that hijacks your brain, and because of the neurochemical release, it makes it so that you keep going back for more. It's your brain that needs to go back for more. It's not an active choice. That's the essence of a compulsion. The compulsion is that because your brain has received these high levels of neurochemicals that are giving you seeming pleasure and pain reduction, and there's another neurochemical that has coupled your brain to the screen, so now your brain thinks the way to feel good is to go back to a screen. Those chemicals are very, very powerful. They're driving the bus for you right now. So if that's you, you likely need someone to hold you accountable so that you don't go back to the screen. Because if you don't have an accountability partner, your journey in recovering could be twice as long and it could be twice as painful. And I don't want that for you, and I'm sure you don't want that for yourself. So number three, who's a perfect accountability partner? The filter on this is that the perfect accountability partner is someone who is not emotionally attached to the situation. So your partner, if you're in a relationship, your partner is likely emotionally attached, even if he or she doesn't think they are. So many times partners think they're cool with this until it escalates, or they actually never were cool with pornography, but they just didn't have the strength to tell you or didn't even know how much they cared about it. But especially as it escalates, most partners begin to care and it becomes emotional, especially if it becomes difficult for you to recover. So you definitely don't want your spouse or your partner to be your accountability partner. Other people try to have their parent, either their mother or their father, be their accountability partner. Most times they're just too close emotionally. So they're not a good accountability partners. Another person who is not a good accountability partner is a friend who's not safe for you. And what I mean by that is someone who, first of all, doesn't understand your struggles, so they don't care. And some people who haven't been hooked on pornography, they're like, it's no big deal. I don't get it, because their experience isn't the same as yours. So that makes them not a good accountability partner, because they don't understand that the struggle is real, that I am spitting straight facts. This stuff is real. So you need someone who can appreciate the fact that this is really a compulsion. Your brain is dragging you back for more, even though you don't want to. We know the science shows that it will create guilt and shame, which will then give you more anxiety. And I have a lot more videos I'm making right now on the science behind it. This is not something that most people want to continue to engage in, but their brain is hooked on it. You need someone who understands that. So who is the best person who understands that? Either a coach like me, who has a lot of experience, who has worked with many people, and who fully gets the intricacies of the neuroscience and the neurobiology behind a pornography consumption compulsion. Somebody else who's really good at that is someone who has been down this road, someone who is on this journey, but they are ahead of you. So, historically speaking, a way to recover from pornography use is to join a group. And groups are very, very powerful. I'm starting a group, so it'll be going sometime soon, so that we can build camaraderie. And if you want to share deets on your information, you don't have to. It's going to be affordable, accessible, and anonymous. But if you want to share your information, then we can start building a network of people who can hold each other accountable. We're already starting to do that on this channel in the comments, which I so appreciate from this tribe. It's really amazing seeing people support other people. So putting your story out on the comments is another great way of getting the support that you need. But especially in a group, and when you have someone and you can text them and you can just go, dude, I feel like I'm going down the slippery slope, and having somebody who's ahead of you in this journey say, do this, pivot, run, go do the thing that you said you were going to do, you got this, that can be really powerful in the moment. Just putting it out there can be really powerful, and then getting the response can be even more powerful to hold you accountable. So a friend who is safe, who understands this, how big this is to you, or someone who's been down the journey, or someone who's trained, would be the perfect accountability partner. But don't do it with your spouse. Trust me on this. Lots of people have tried, and it becomes really challenging. Okay, if you're looking for help on this journey, please go over to my website at drtrishlee.com. I have courses there that you can join. You don't ever have to talk to me. If you want to talk to me, I have larger programs that you and I can work together individually, and I can give you the very specific support you need so you can kick this habit to the curb as quickly and painlessly as possible, so I can help you reach your full potential, because that's what this is about. I want you to figure out what is the most important thing in your life. Put this habit behind and stop wasting your time and your money and your energy on it, and put your time, your money, and your energy into what makes you the best version of you. Okay, and remember, control your brain or it'll control you.